Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam
Alhamdulillah. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Alhamdulillah, today is our fourth Ramadan here in Malaysia. We are now on the program Ramadan on the globe. Basically, we'll share some of the experiences from our brothers throughout the world, and especially because we don't have all the countries, but we try to hear from selected countries. Alhamdulillah, yesterday we went to Laos, and today we are very fortunate to have our brother from all the way from UK, our brother Maftoon Tahir from UK. Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
So, how are you today?
I'm fine, Alhamdulillah.
I was told that you start the fast on Wednesday.
We started on Wednesday. Our first day was Wednesday daytime, and we saw the moon ourselves from the sky, and it was, my kids were really thrilled to see the moon for the first time. They've not seen it for a long time.
Here we never see the moon.
Yeah, it's quite exciting to watch a Ramadan moon, especially, not any other moon. It's a special moon.
So, as I think UK needs for the introduction, because almost everybody here in Malaysia familiar with UK. Maybe they never go to UK, but very familiar. They are famous with football. They are famous for shopping and so on. So, and in fact, the democratic system in Malaysia follows the London House of Commons. So, it's nothing new to almost everybody in Malaysia. So today we will see and share our experience from our brothers in UK. Just to let you know, the brother Tahir is my classmate during my study at universities and civil engineering in Liverpool. So we have been long time together, but we don't see each other almost 40 years already. So, now, just on yourself, where do you stay now in the UK?
I live in a place called Brafield.
Yeah.
And it's a small town in the county of Lancashire.
Yeah.
And it's about 30 miles from Manchester.
Okay.
But it's about 65 miles from Liverpool. First year when I was studying in Liverpool, I used to travel every day to Liverpool in my car. It used to take me an hour on the M62. But Alhamdulillah, I worked in Salford for about 11 years as a structural engineer. Then I worked in St. Helens, which is next door to Liverpool.
Yeah.
So, and then I traveled there every day, 40 miles for 17 years.
Oh, 17 years. Quite a long time.
17 years, 17 years. And then I retired in 2017. And set up my own company run my office from home.
Yeah. Basically, where you live now, is there any Muslim community there?
The total population in the council area is 90,000.
90,000.
But out of 90, 15 to 16,000 are Muslims.
Yeah.
Mainly Pakistanis.
Oh, mainly Pakistanis. The whole of UK, how many Muslims in terms of percentage?
In UK, 2.7 million.
2.7 million.
Yes.
Out
of that, nearly 68% are Indian Pakistanis.
Indian Pakistanis.
And Asians, the rest of Asians like Malaysians, Indonesians, and other Asian countries. But mainly it's Bangladeshis, Pakistanis, and Indians.
So actually, when it comes to fasting, who decide the day of fasting?
The mosques get together and they have a committee. Different sects have different committees and they interact with each other, and then they decide when the moon is going to be. And some people follow Saudi Arabia, and so they just do it, announce it in the middle of the day. Ramadan starts tomorrow. But
So
when the weather is clear, people want to see the moon. That's the proper sunnah. So they follow that.
You may have one person eating beside when you are fasting, your friend is eating.
Yes,
But
it
they are
can
both
be.
Muslim.
Yeah. But the thing is, it's not uncommon here. It's in Pakistan. If you go to North Frontier in Pakistan, the people will follow Saudi Arabia there. I mean, there is that country, you never have clouds, always clear, so you can see the moon. And they have government has a moon committee, and they follow it, and they send planes up in the sky and whatever to confirm the moon sighting. But there are some people who still want to do it the way they want to do it. This year is the first time in Pakistan they did it on the same day. This is when. So I don't know how it happened, but it did.
So with the large communities of Muslim, is it a problem? Is it because we hear from our friend in Laos yesterday, they have only small communities in Laos, Muslim communities, but they are not united, and they got problem in uniting these people there.
No, we don't have any problems. I just sent you a picture of a guy who is leader of the local council. He's from Pakistan. Educated here. He works in the local government somewhere, but he is leader of the council. You know, the council elections, and he gets elected, and he's a leader of the council. And he's done a lot of work for Muslim community in this borough. And we don't have a problem here because there's so many of us, and we get during Christmas. During the Christmas, the government displays lighting on the columns, on the roads. But on Eid, they put special sort of banners for Eid Mubarak. Yeah, so it's that good. There are about almost 21 mosques in my area. It's only a small area. But if you go to other areas like Blackburn, you've got 70 odd mosques. So
there's no reason that to practice Islam in UK is not a problem.
No, it's more like Pakistan or more like India, because people have brought their culture with them, and the food culture is not British, to be honest. It's mixture of British and Asian. It's more Asian. Even British people like Asian food now.
Even though they are born in UK, they still follow their traditions.
Yeah, I was looking up some figures. Out of 68% of Muslims, 47% are born here.
Okay.
So it's quite a high population.
I think some of the Muslims also plays a prominent role in the government in UK.
Yeah, there are about there are quite a number of MPs. There are 19 Muslim MPs in the government, not in the government, but in the chamber.
In chamber,
yeah, and 5 are from the Tory party or the Conservative Party, and the 19 are from Labour Party.
The mayor of London used to be a Muslim.
He still is. He's a Muslim from Pakistan.
He's still
Sadiq Muhammad. Muhammad Sadiq Khan. Pardon?
Still the mayor?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. There's gonna elections coming up, I think, in May, so he might lose his seat, but we don't know.
I think the nature of the government system in UK allows that sort of freedom that you can see that the practicing of Muslim is not really a matter of concern, is it?
No, because do you know why it's easier? Because we were the former colonies, Malaysia, Pakistan, India, Bangladesh. They know what we are, so because they ruled us for 100 years, so I think they have to give something back to us.
So is there many Muslim organization that are doing some charitable activities and any?
Oh yeah. There are so many.
Yeah.
There's so many charitable organizations, but I don't know how good they are.
Have you joined any of those?
No.
No.
I've got plenty of relatives who are poor. We send the money to them.
Okay.
Charity begins at home.
Okay, good.
Now we've got quite a few people in Pakistan who need help.
Yeah.
And we do that.
Okay.
We do, when people come to the door, say I want a mosque fund or something, we'll give it to them as well. We don't say no.
Yeah.
But priority comes to our own sort of relatives.
Relative. You still got relative in Pakistan?
Yeah, they live in Pakistan. Yeah.
Yeah. The coming back to the Ramadan. So, how's the normal daily practice of the Muslim in UK?
During Ramadan is quite busy. The mosques is full, but this is before pandemic. You couldn't get, our mosque is quite big. It's a new mosque. It costs about £4 million to build, and but it used to be full.
Yeah, it's full, huh?
During Ramadan, but now the numbers are reduced.
Yeah.
Especially older people don't go. Like me, I don't go.
You don't go?
No, it's not safe because people don't take precautions properly. Even though they say you must do this, you must do that, but
they don't follow.
There've been few people who were in the mosque committee been affected and lost their lives.
Okay.
But I suppose the life and death is fixed, so you got to die one day when it's your time.
Yeah. What sort of activity under normal circumstances? What sort of activity they do? Besides Tarawih prayer, they have iftar jamai together.
The not during Ramadan, but after Tarawih, in some mosques they have zikr.
Yeah. They
do a meditation. But in nowadays, no, because they just even the Tarawih's been reduced to 10.
Okay.
And the number's been reduced as well. I don't think that in some mosques they're doing 2 jamaats. So one's done 10, and then they do go away. Then the next party comes and they do their 10.
Oh.
So everybody gets a chance. I mean, the mosque I sent you, the one I worked on.
Yeah.
And I sent you to the mosque which I done some design work for it. And
Maybe,
that's the very first mosque in our area.
Maybe Shafiq can show the photos, the later photos of the mosque.
The 2 mosques, yeah, in our area.
This one is in Liverpool. The latest. This is
in
Liverpool.
Really?
Yeah.
I've not been for a long time.
Yeah.
All right.
I think one thing that we have.
It's the same one we used to go.
Yeah.
Is it Masjid Rahma?
Yeah. The one, the mosque that I got married there.
I did as well.
I think this one.
Yeah, this is the one. This is the one closer to my house, about 500 yards.
Yeah, okay.
This one cost £4 million. £4 million. And it's very big. It's bigger than the old mosque. It doesn't look big because it's on a downhill. This is the mosque, the front elevation. We redesigned it, and my nephew was an architect, so he done some work on it, and I designed the steel work. So we come out by about 4 meters.
Yeah.
From the minarets. So
what's the name of the mosque?
It's called the Gaussian Mosque.
Yeah.
They're both called Gaussian Mosque, but one is in Nelson, the small towns. One is Nelson, one is Briarfield. So they're next to each other.
Yeah.
There's nothing between them.
Masjid Ali Jinnah.
This is a side elevation. That double story extension. I designed that.
Yeah.
A lot of steel work gone into this.
Okay.
And this is the inside of this same mosque.
Yeah.
It's recently been refurbished, and they done some mirror work. You know, the small cut mirror pieces.
Oh, they're sitting far away, each other.
Pardon?
They're sitting far away. In Malaysia, only.
Yeah, but this is for zikr. They're doing zikr. It's not for the salat. No, they're just doing a bit of zikr there. That's from a mosque in Blackburn.
Oh, in Blackburn.
Yeah. This is again a Blackburn mosque. It's not our own, but it's nearby. It's only 14 miles from us.
So, in short, if people ask you, is there any problem in practicing Islam in UK?
No, there's no problem.
No
UK
problem.
is one of the best countries for freedom of religion.
Yeah, freedom of religion. Yeah.
Europe is getting worse. Europe is bringing in all sorts of laws like you can't wear hijab, you can't do this, you can't do that. And you can't have a minaret in Sweden or in Austria. They said you can't have a minaret on your mosque. So yeah, it's our mosques are so elaborate. I mean, I was looking at pictures of various mosques in the country. Some of them are so good and so big. It's unbelievable. It's bigger than even Pakistan and India.
Is there any hostilities? Any hostilities among the public?
Yeah,
maybe
it's always there.
Maybe certain areas also have.
Yes, our area is pretty bad for that.
Yeah.
This used to be called National Front or sort of some sort of a league, but yeah, we had our issues.
Yeah.
But it's not that bad because our population is so high.
Yeah.
They dare go do something wrong.
They scared of you.
Yeah, our youth is very, very powerful. They go after them. Yeah. It didn't used to be. Well, I remember when I first arrived in 1977.
Yeah.
You could walk down the street without any fear, nothing. Nobody would say anything to you.
Yeah.
But then we started here in the late 80s, middle 80s, late 80s. Yeah. People would start you calling Pakis, this, that, racist remarks. Yeah. But it's time's passed anyway, so it's not bad. Yeah, overall, it's a good country to live in.
I agree with you.
You want to practice your religion.
Yeah. When I was there, but during last time, it's quite the Muslim is still small. I think that's why.
Oh yes, Liverpool had a big community.
Yeah, quite quite difficult to find halal meat.
Yeah. Liverpool is still the same. Yeah. It's still Granby Street, nowhere else.
Yeah.
I mean, I know people in Liverpool, but it's not increased in numbers as such.
Yeah.
You have doctors and accountants, but they don't live in their own community. They go and live away from it.
Yeah.
They find a place somewhere out in the country or whatever. They live there. So
they just stay there.
But here we live in the community, so everybody knows each other. A lot of Pakistanis live here where I am. So next door is Pakistanis. Next door, but one of Pakistanis.
Yeah.
And the couple on the far side are Indians. So they're all Muslims. One is Bengali family.
Yeah.
And there's only one British family.
Yeah.
And they are renting a house from a Pakistani. They don't even own it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So anything more you like to share about the Muslim practice in the UK?
Muslim practice is I would say it's similar to what we have it in back home in India, Pakistan.
Yeah.
Still on the lines of the sectarianism.
Yeah.
Who you follow, whether you're Hanafi or Salafi, or it's still the same. It's not changed. And they're getting a lot of funding from Saudi Arabia, but fundraising is so good here. Muslims are so generous.
Oh, okay.
Whether it's charity or collecting money for the mosque, people give just like that.
So I can go to UK for fundraising?
No.
Why not?
The culture is, in the past 3-4 years, the culture has changed, but we were collecting for a mosque.
Yeah.
And it wasn't easy.
Yeah, okay.
You know what some mosques have done?
Yeah.
Because I worked with the mosques, I designed a lot of mosques in the area.
Yeah.
And one particular mosque was a small area in a small community, and they were collecting money. And they were told not to collect in a particular mosque. They go to various mosques and they have to get permission before you can go. Some mosques don't allow you to go in there to collect money.
But the government also control on donation, is it? No.
No, there's a charity commission. You have to register with it.
Register then.
And you have to declare your taxes or income and spend and whatever. So it's all regulated. It's not like Malaysia, Pakistan that you can collect money and put it in your pocket.
In terms of a workforce, is there any discrimination towards the Muslim in the office?
Yes.
Government?
Yes, it's always been there.
always be there.
Always has been there, yeah. You can't, you only experience, unless you experience it, you can't say that it's there.
Yeah.
Because early days,
Yeah.
when I was a junior officer,
Yeah.
I had some experience, but when I became a manager, I never saw it.
Okay. Nobody want.
Because I was making decisions, and people at a higher level agreed whatever I said.
Yeah. Nobody will touch you.
Yeah, I was a manager for 16 years in St. Helens.
Okay.
I was head of a department. Never had an issue. I was the only Pakistani or only Muslim in the whole system.
Any special treatment from the government? Is there any holidays special for Muslim for Eid?
Yes, some companies have. It's not an official holiday, but you can take time off to go for Eid prayer. Yeah. But what the problem is, because our Muslims don't unite, they do Eid on 2 different days, and they say, get your act together, do it on one day.
Yeah.
Because even schools had problems with kids.
Yeah.
Half the kids will do Eid on a Monday, and the next half will do on a Tuesday. So
never mind, it's not out.
It's I don't know, why don't Muslims get together? They should get together, but it's just not easy.
Yeah, it's not easy. It's the problem all over the world.
Yeah. It's all to do with money.
Is it?
Yes. My sort of assessment is it's all to do with money. and control who controls what.
If you give money, you can control them.
Yeah.
Sort of.
You look at Saudi Arabia. I mean, they fund a lot of organizations, a lot of mosques, and then people who get the money from them, they do Eid and Ramadan on the day they start. They start. So.
Okay. Lastly, any advice for the Muslim for you to share?
I would only say you need to be more sort of humble and accept other people's views if they say, but don't hit them back.
Yeah.
Practice your own what you know.
Yeah.
And be honest to yourself.
Okay.
And just pray that Allah sort of guides you in the right path.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only thing we can do.
Okay.
Because if you confront people in a bad way, it doesn't get you anywhere. You only get into argument. And then, and the current situation in Pakistan at the moment, I don't know whether you've been following the news. Because the French president said some wrong things about Rasulullah.
Yeah.
And then suddenly an organization was created who was the defenders of Rasulullah.
Yeah.
And they became a political party.
Yeah.
In the end. And the other day, the government, because they asked the government to bring a law or pass a resolution in the assembly to expel the French ambassador. The government didn't want to do it. They made an agreement with this party that will do it. Will bring a bill in the parliament. And they never did.
Yeah.
And now there's a lot of rioting happening. And for the past 2 days, the country's on a standstill. We're fighting amongst ourselves. Why? There's no tolerance. Need to be tolerant of each other. This is the main thing. Ramadan sort of tells you to be patient, humble, but then you need to be tolerant as well. So you can't sort of start fighting with a difference of opinion.
Islam is supposed to unite everybody instead of dividing. Yeah.
Well, let's hope something better comes out of it. Because insyaAllah. So.
Okay, I think that's all we have for today. Thank you for to be my guest today, and we appreciate your time and effort to be with us, and we hope to see you soon, maybe physically.
Okay, thank you very much for having me, and may Allah sort of make the Ramadan easy for everybody. I don't know how many hours we start at about 4 o'clock in the morning and then finish at almost 8:15.
Okay. We are going to iftar soon. About an hour.
All right, good. Do some dua for us.
Inshallah. Okay. Okay, thanks.
Okay.
Okay.
Fi amanillah. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.